If you've seen my demo video or featured video, you'll know there are two things to bear in mind when following my printable visual learning piano sheets. First thing is you read from bottom to top. Page 1, bottom to top. When you get to page 2, eyes down, bottom to top. Second thing to bear in mind is you simply follow the visual notation until you reach an instruction. An instruction will typically take the form of a section number, P1, P2, P3, and the number of times that you play it, times 1, times 2, etc. After that, you simply continue on up the page until you reach another instruction. Saying that, in this particular piece, Bach's Prelude in C, we don't actually have any repeating section numbers. What we basically have is a series of 5 notes, a basic structure that repeats itself. The notes are different, but the structure is pretty much the same for the entire piece, bar 2 runs at the end and a finish on a chord. So the basic structure, if we have a look at the PDF, is this. So we've got C1, C2, C3, C4, which is where we start. We've got, in the left hand, we've got 2 notes. Then in the right hand, we have 3 notes. And what we do is we play this once, and we play this twice. So this is 1 pass. What we do is we play that twice before we move on to the next pair of notes, 2 in the left hand, 3 in the right hand. So each set of notes sounds like this. And that's the basic structure. And then when we move on to the next set of notes, we do this. And as mentioned, this is pretty much this pattern for the entire piece, bar 3 little bits at the end. Which is not to say that that means the piece is super easy or anything. It's easy in the sense that the structure is easy to follow, but there are quite a lot of notes to remember. And also, you know, maestros would say, you know, it lives or dies in the spaces between the notes, how you play them, the tempo, etc., etc. But, you know, there are lots of agreements and lots of disagreements on this piece. For example, Bach played this originally on the harpsichord without sustain, and I happen to think it sounds beautiful on the piano with lots of sustain, and I think he might agree. But anyway, to basically learn the piece, and hopefully so it won't sound too bad to you or to others, I think it's a fairly basic structure that you can get your head around. Okay, so obviously that's played a bit rough and ready, but you can understand it's got a fairly basic structure, and you can learn that fairly easily, and then you can fine-tune the kind of nuances and the spaces and the pacing and the phrasing and all of that stuff as you listen to other renditions of this piece. Anyway, I hope this was helpful. If you have any comments, please put them in the comments section below, and thanks for watching.